3,000-year world of great unity. Preface. The Lifechanyuan era marks an unprecedented new chapter in human history. A true world of great unity is about to emerge. In this age, the traditional frameworks of nations, political parties, religions, marriage, and families will gradually be transcended, and humanity will step into a new civilization centered on spiritual and soul development. This 1,000-year world of great unity will no longer rely on massive bureaucratic systems or competition for material wealth. Instead, a small number of highly wise and selfless individuals will oversee the operation of society, while many more will devote themselves to nurturing spirit and soul. Artificial intelligence and biorobots will take over the bulk of physical and administrative work, greatly freeing humanity's creativity and spiritual energy. Here, a person's value will no longer depend on wealth, power, or social status, but on the purity of their soul and their selflessness. Spiritual and soul wealth will become the core goals of human pursuit, and people will live in true freedom, joy, and happiness. This booklet aims to outline the blueprint of such a future world, to help readers understand the laws and trends of the new era, and to feel the spiritual and social patterns of the Lifechanyuan era. May every reader, through this reading, bring their consciousness into this great process of civilization ahead of time. Let the world know Lifechanyuan. CFing. Lifechanyuan has appeared on the stage of 21st century human history with a completely new concept. It transcends narrow notions of political parties, religions, nations, and states, unveiling a new chapter in human development. Lifechanyuan will lead humanity into a brand new era, the era of Lifechanyuan. Lifechanyuan combines religion and science, comprehensively explaining the birth of the universe, the origin of the greatest creator, the origin of life, the origin of humanity, the mysteries of time and space, the value of life, the meaning and purpose of human existence, the crises facing humanity, the future of humankind, the origin and role of the moon, and especially the meaning of life, its different layers, and the essence and scope of Tao. Lifechanyuan inherits and defends the thoughts and wisdom of Christ, Buddha, ancient sages, prophets, and philosophers. It integrates spiritual awakening, practice, cultivation, health preservation, personal development, spiritual elevation, and new era information, raising human consciousness to an unprecedented level and laying the intellectual foundation for humanity to enter the era of Lifechanyuan in 2013. The foundational theories of Lifechanyuan include abnormal thinking, the greatest creator, cosmic time and space, apocalypse, life handbook, humanity, life, practice and cultivation, life, health preservation, wisdom, becoming Buddha, immortality practice, preaching, antimatter world, and CFing anthology, as well as writings by masters from past and present and the insights of Lifechanyuan celestials. Innovative concepts like 36-dimensional space, 8 major modes of thinking, and 80 new concepts introduced by Lifechanyuan are epoch-making, profoundly transforming human thought patterns and enabling people to become members of the new humanity. Lifechanyuan advocates reverence for the greatest creator, respect for life and nature, honoring gods and Buddhas, filial devotion to parents, and following the way of the greatest creator. These are core conditions for establishing harmonious relationships between humans and deities, humans and nature, humans and other life, and humans with each other, and they are necessary and sufficient for humanity to enter the new era. Lifechanyuan implements a strategy of unifying all religions, aiming to eliminate conflicts and disharmony caused by differences in ideology, religion, political parties, class, nationality, and state, leading humanity into an era of peace, the era of Lifechanyuan. The signs of the era of Lifechanyuan include the disappearance of religion, political parties, and states, the end of war, disease, hunger, and crime, the dissolution of family relationships, spiritual enjoyment replacing material pleasure, relief from natural disasters, humanity guided by sages and managed by virtuous leaders, social order with nothing lost, no doors locked, prosperity, harmony, and peace, and the wise leaving nothing behind, making the world one family. This era will last 1,000 years. Human longevity could reach 500 years, establishing an ideal paradise long desired by humanity. Lifechanyuan not only ensures people enjoy happiness in this life but also guides them through the cultivation of thought to extend their lives into the 1,000-year world, 10,000-year world, and Elysian world to experience eternal life. Since Lifechanyuan announced the cosmic life adjustment in 2013, predictions from the Maya, Mars, astrology, and Tibetan monks have emerged, all foretelling possible disasters on Earth in 2009 and major transformations in 2013. These messages align with New Era information, the words of Jesus and Buddha, Nostradamus' prophecies, Tuibei 2, and Ma Qianku, marking this as a critical period for humanity. Saving millions of lives is an urgent priority. Anyone with spiritual awareness and hope to enter the era of Lifechanyuan should give up personal gains, devote their precious time to promoting Lifechanyuan, practice diligently, help others understand it, cultivate merit, and elevate their consciousness and qualities. Hesitation and waiting will only result in missed opportunities and lifelong regret. Every act of merit contributes to the structure of one's life. Even if not for others, it is for oneself. Those who read this article should help promote and build Lifechanyuan, share its articles on websites, and contribute to its cause. Your efforts will not be wasted. Humanity may not reward you, but the way of the greatest Creator will. The celestial net is vast and all-encompassing. Luck is only self-deception. Only deeds can lead the way forward. Let the world know Lifechanyuan. Opening the era of Lifechanyuan, encouragement to academicians. CFA. Dear academicians, and I have an ideal, I envision, to light a magnificent beacon of hope, piercing the long night and bringing humanity a ray of dawn, to build an oasis in a vast desert, giving life on earth a peaceful refuge, to create a spiritual and mental continent in the ocean of material abundance, bringing my beloved people safely away from suffering, to deliver loved ones to the 1,000-year world to enjoy 1,000 years of happiness. Today, with your sincere support, this vision has begun to take shape. Lifechanyuan has overcome many obstacles and finally emerged, built with the dedication of Zion Hiko, Xiaoxi, Tamasquo, Tunzhuyu, and further solidified by Lingziko, Lin Yao, Sitong, and Lupta. Now it is time for us to focus entirely on constructing Lifechanyuan. Humanity has passed through long nights, and countless sages and philosophers sacrificed themselves for the coming of Lifechanyuan, leaving us rich treasures. By correcting the source and carrying forward the legacy, humanity will enter an era of reason, harmony, beauty, and joy. As the first pioneers of this era, our merit will be recorded in human civilization, and our lives will be the most valuable and glorious. Over the past 5,000 years, humanity struggled under the law of the jungle. In the animal world, a history full of hardship and tragedy. Though competition and conflict still dominate, the arrival of the Internet enables enlightened individuals to transcend time and space, free from the constraints of power and money, effectively communicate spiritually and mentally, and contribute wisdom to humanity. As more virtuous individuals emerge, humanity will quickly leave darkness and enter an era of light. Religions must unify. Ideological differences are one source of human suffering. Lifechanyuan must undertake this unification, promoting the wisdom of the Bible, Quran, Buddhist scriptures, and Tao Te Ching, while creating a new human-centered religion that integrates the strengths of all major faiths. All political parties worldwide must disappear, as they are another source of human suffering. Humanity should be guided by sages such as Jesus, Buddha, Muhammad, Laozi, and managed by virtuous leaders. The governance model must combine Lifechanyuan with secular government. Earth must undergo purification, a process already programmed and inevitable. Our task is to save as many lives as possible and allow them entry into Lifechanyuan. Its gates are open to Europeans, Asians, Africans, Americans, to Christians, Muslims, Buddhists, Taoists, to all religious figures, political members, the rich, the poor, leaders, and ordinary people. Those who wish to enter may enter, those who wish to leave may leave. We simply harvest the mature crops. People often ignore the power of spirit and mind. Only the perfection of spirit and mind can elevate the quality of life, allowing spiritually aware life forms to transition to higher life spaces. Material abundance enriches material life but cannot fulfill spiritual life. Lifechanyuan aims to enrich spiritual life. The relationship between humans and the greatest creator is the most fundamental. Lifechanyuan strives to maintain the noblest relationship with the greatest creator. Among humans, the relationship between academicians is the most precious, second only to that with the creator and parents. Lifechanyuan seeks to make relationships among academicians the closest of all human relations. Academicians, we are creating entirely new concepts, a new world, and a new future. Our strength is not knowledge or intelligence, but sincerity and the power of the spirit. We focus on creating the future, not dwelling on the past. We believe more virtuous individuals will gather at Lifechanyuan. We will always be the caretakers of the greatest creator, the pillars of social stability, and through our efforts, a great and rational era, the era of Lifechanyuan, will be born. Wishing every academician good health, a smooth life, and continuous progress. English title: Signs of the Era of Lifechanyuan. CFing. The past era of humanity was chaotic and disorderly, a time of open and hidden struggles among nations, political parties, religions, races, states, and other interest groups. It was an era focused on material enjoyment, survival of the fittest, conquest through force, fragmentation of nations, and the triumph of falsehood over truth, goodness, and beauty. Humanity's thinking was confused, hearts darkened, spirits decayed, and anxiety prevailed, making the future uncertain, an era ruled by Satan. This era ended with the cosmic life adjustment around 2013. Afterward, the era of Lifechanyuan began. The era of Lifechanyuan has 8 major signs. States will disappear. Religions will disappear. Political parties will disappear. War, disease, hunger, and crime will disappear. Humanity will shift from pursuing material enjoyment to spiritual enjoyment. Production and life will be guided by sages and managed by virtuous leaders, with global coordination. Knowledge of the greatest creator will deepen, and humans will live harmoniously with other advanced life forms and nature. Family life will dissolve. Additionally, there are 8 minor signs. Deserts will turn into oases. Society will maintain order. Nothing lost, no doors locked. People will respect and trust each other, living as one family. Nature will be favorable, seasons distinct, and natural disasters mitigated. Bad habits valuing wealth, power, or fame over dignity will be reversed. Love between men and women will be diversified. Lifespan will extend to around 500 years. Death timing and manner will largely be determined by individuals. This era will be initiated by Lifechanyuan academicians. Population may sharply decrease. Many extinct species may be fully restored. The sky, rivers, and land will be purified and restored. The era belongs to those who dedicate their lives to the greatest creator, nature, and humanity. It will last 1,000 years, after which humanity will enter a new era. Those with spiritual awareness will feel the essence of this era and strive for it. Those without will find it absurd or fantastical. The arrival of this era is not determined by any individual but is an inevitable cosmic evolution, a law, a Taoic process. Aligning with the Tao brings us into the era of Lifechanyuan. Opposing it leads to being left behind. The future of Lifechanyuan academicians will be glorious and brilliant. The opening of the Lifechanyuan era. CFing. The Lifechanyuan era has officially begun. From June 22 to 28, 2005, representatives of Lifechanyuan, Hanun baby grass, Jesus messenger taiji grass, Buddha Shakyamuni's messenger Foshan grass, the angel of Lifechanyuan grass, and the incarnations of the Panlai fairies, gathered in Beijing, China. They met in ordinary forms yet merged in extraordinary ways. This gathering marked the opening of the Lifechanyuan era, signaling that life on earth had stepped onto the threshold of a new epoch, and that the kingdom of the greatest creator had descended upon the earth. True affection is priceless, true love is without regret. This gathering fully manifested the selfless and extraordinary love among Lifechanyuan celestials. In particular, the incarnations of the Panlai grass expressed their love for the celestials with utmost sincerity. They were closer than family. One may ask, outside of Lifechanyuan, where else in the world can such emotions be found? The noblest character is built upon ordinary virtues, passion, simplicity, enthusiasm, integrity, and selflessness, not on wealth, status, fame, knowledge, experience, or achievements. This gathering in Beijing displayed such noble character, with hearts resonating in harmony and seamless cooperation, as if they had been rigorously trained or were born with this innate capacity and wisdom. It is remarkable that a few strangers, who had never met, could overcome many obstacles, travel thousands of miles, and meet so effortlessly, yet harmoniously and carefree. I did not notify the other celestials, otherwise everyone would have gathered in Beijing, performing a joyful symphony of harmony. When Lucky Grass learned of our meeting and hurried to the Summer Palace, it fully demonstrated that the hearts of Lifechanyuan celestials are connected. One can foresee that, someday, when celestials from all over the world gather in a place of natural beauty, Lifechanyuan will become an ocean of joy and a forest of love, where we will fully enjoy life's happiness and delight. Thus, the Lifechanyuan era has begun. Let us strive, aspire, and look forward to the eternal gathering of celestials across the world. At that time, the decayed and cruel old era will have vanished from earth, evil spirits will be swept into the lower realms by the greatest creator, and the kind, honest, simple, and trustworthy people will enjoy another 5,000 years of good times, a time without nations, religions, political parties, or families, where wisdom leaves no wasteland, all people are one family, doors remain unlocked at night, flowers bloom, birds sing, and laughter fills the air. What a truly joyous era that will be! While a large-scale era of good times may still require some time to arrive, small-scale happiness can be created by ourselves. May those whose hearts resonate with this vision actively approach Lifechanyuan, using their wisdom and spirit to create an ideal little world. Life is like a dream, all phenomena are empty, experience it fully, leaving no regrets. Gathering the sages to found the Lifechanyuan era. Siefeng, February 7, 2006. In ancient times, people said, "A wise minister chooses a ruler, a good bird chooses a tree to rest." Today we say, "A wise sage chooses the way to follow, a good bird chooses a harmonious sanctuary to live." Human civilization must reach a higher level. The 5,000-year history of humanity has been one of blood and tears. The age of ignorance must end. Looking back, we see that religion, nations, political parties, and families have been the root causes of chaos. The fundamental root of this lies in the disordered human consciousness. People have not found the one true path, yet each believes their own to be the truth. Unless this situation ends, humanity cannot escape a vicious cycle. The era of following people instead of the law must end. Now we must advocate following the law instead of people. By law, we refer to all charters set by the United Nations and constitutions made by nations. But the most fundamental law is the law of Tao, the cosmic principle above any constitution, the law of the universe, the law of life. We should take this law as the standard for our words and deeds. What is the law of Tao, the law of life? Jesus, Buddha Shakyamuni, Muhammad, and Laozi have all provided wisdom on this, but it is not yet complete. A large group of sages is needed to complete this mission, inheriting and expanding the wisdom of these great figures. The Bible, the Quran, Buddhist scriptures, and the Tao Te Ching are the crystallization of human wisdom. Yet no single scripture contains the entirety of Tao. Only by integrating them, together with modern scientific knowledge and contemporary sages' insights, can we approach the truth and find a relatively correct path. A sage is one who transcends instincts, desires, and emotions through rational thought. Sages are the pillars of civilized society, guardians of morality, maintainers of harmonious order, defenders of truth, spreaders of wisdom, pioneers of civilization, and founders of the new era. They embody rationality, humility, simplicity, peace, helpfulness, frugality, diligence, and resilience. The Lifechanyuan era is characterized by the disappearance of religion, nations, political parties, and families. Regardless of race or ethnicity, the world becomes one family, living in harmony. A global government coordinates humanity, consisting of Lifechanyuan and secular governance. All people respect the greatest creator, life, and nature. Wisdom leaves no wasteland, all people are one family, doors remain unlocked at night, flowers bloom, ideas flourish, everyone manifests their abilities, and human relationships, between people, gods, Buddhas, and nature, achieve full harmony and mutual enhancement. The old era must pass, old systems must disintegrate, old things must vanish, and old consciousness must fade. This is an objective law, independent of our subjective will. We must adapt to it. Any attempt to resist it will be futile and destined to fail. Some may say the Lifechanyuan era is attractive yet unrealistic, a fantasy. From conventional thinking, it seems like grasping at shadows or fishing in the wrong place. But if we adopt unconventional thinking, we will realize this era is approaching. It is the operation of Tao, an unstoppable law. No one expected Noah's Ark to face torrential rain, the Titanic to strike an iceberg, the Twin Towers to collapse, or tsunamis to hit leisure beaches. Events happen suddenly, beyond our imagination. Lifechanyuan calls upon the sages, not for us to enter the sanctuary today and implement the era tomorrow, but to shift consciousness and align our thinking frequency with the cosmic law. Only through this resonance will you avoid harm, and your mind will not collapse in chaos. All who wish to enter the Lifechanyuan era should cultivate and practice diligently, not waste precious time on illusory matters. Even owning the entire material world is futile. Follow Jesus' teaching to accumulate treasures in heaven and Buddha's teaching to give selflessly. Absorb new knowledge, expand thinking, share insights with sages, and together build Lifechanyuan. In doing so, you are pioneering the Lifechanyuan era. Never expect free handouts from heaven, never fantasize about someone giving you daily free meals. To gain, you must contribute. To enter the Lifechanyuan era, you must create it yourself, otherwise you will have no part in it. Do not hate your enemies. Justice will come naturally. Do not seek revenge. Tao will act on your behalf. Offer your wisdom, talents, and wholehearted love. Let us together build Lifechanyuan and usher in its era. Sages, seize the opportunity. Your presence in this era is your blessing. Enter Lifechanyuan, enjoy the sincere care and love of brothers, sisters, family, and partners. Listen to songs of love and dance in this ocean of affection. The beautiful life of the near future will be yours. A new life and a new era are calling. Lifechanyuan invites you to begin a new chapter of your journey. Lifechanyuan, CFing. Songs of the Nine Continents, on the Lifechanyuan era I. Hunungrass, December 6, 2006. Only one sun shines on earth, and the same moon caresses it. Humanity has only one God, the greatest creator. Regardless of being white, black, or yellow, all are children of the greatest creator. We all travel together on the same spaceship of the universe. Our destinies are closely linked. Under a fallen nest, few eggs survive. A storm at the Cape of Good Hope connects to the flutter of a butterfly's wings in Alaska. An earthquake thousands of miles away may be linked to some laboratory experiment. When the President of the United States sneezes, global media erupt in commotion. Even a bird catching a cold can cause worldwide unease. Entering the Lifechanyuan era is humanity's historical necessity. The era of warlords and division cannot last. Artificially dividing the earth into pieces, claiming, "This is mine," and "That is yours." Ruling separately and becoming enemies, that is the symbol of ignorance. The hearts of people are connected. Humanity desires peace, wishes to live in harmony without distinctions of race or nationality, seeks free movement without territorial barriers, and hopes for no oppression, no exploitation, no coercion, and no discrimination. All humans should share joys and hardships together, co-create happiness, and plan a shared future. Human destiny rests in the hands of the greatest creator. Respecting the greatest creator and following the way of the greatest creator is the only guarantee for lasting human happiness. Nature, including human evolution, operates according to the scientific programs of Tao. Only by following and guarding the way can humans avoid disasters and calamities, enjoy long-term stability, favorable weather, singing birds, and dancing swallows, celebrating together across the 9 continents. The birth, application, and popularization of the Internet is the prelude to the Lifechanyuan era. A new era has begun. The era awaited by Jesus Christ, Buddha Shakyamuni, Prophet Muhammad, and Sage Laozi is about to arrive. The ideals tirelessly pursued by humanity's sages are about to be realized through the efforts of our generation. This will be a beautiful era. No nations, no political parties, no religions, no families. Everyone will have work, homes, food, and personal cultivation. Everyone will follow the way. Ethnic and cultural integration will flourish. Nothing will be lost or stolen. Doors will remain unlocked at night. All worthy individuals will be nurtured. The world will be one family. A single global government will lead, with saints and sages as leaders. The elderly and children will be cared for by society. Society will provide for the education of youth and the later life of elders, and assist with each person's illnesses and disasters. Love and life will be globally open and free. Black people can love whites and yellows, whites can love blacks and yellows can love blacks and whites. No one will dominate or possess. Everyone will enjoy freedom. There will be no war, no famine, no reckless destruction of nature, and no human-caused suffering or grief. Those who live only for themselves are pitiable. Those who toil only for their small families are sorrowful. Those who live only for their race, political party, or religion are selfish and shallow. Those who live only for their country are short-sighted and undeserving of praise. Only those who live for the happiness and joy of all humanity are worthy of admiration as sages and saints. Every person, especially the educated, should understand this truth. They should serve humanity, selflessly offering their intelligence to the children of the greatest creator and to those still suffering physically, mentally, and spiritually, liberating humanity from various hells of misfortune to achieve a perfect life. All who hold power, wealth, education, fame, or spiritual cultivation should show compassion. Bring a little light to this world. Give hope, comfort, courage, and strength to those suffering physically, mentally, or spiritually. Transform this world into a beautiful home. Your merit will be embedded into the anti-material structure of your life. Heaven will not forget your deeds. Tao will reward you, and the gates of paradise will one day open to you. All those suffering physically, mentally, or spiritually, all good, diligent, honest, and faithful people, our pain and misfortune first come from our imperfect hearts. We certainly have flaws. Our desires should not be excessive. We should avoid pointless comparisons with others. Simply living is enough. Even if food is simple and housing humble, we should remain grateful. Focus on giving more than taking, smile more often, and trouble friends and family less. Lifechanyuan is the home of spirit and mind. Frequent visits will earn you respect and let you see hope and the future of life. More and more sages and determined individuals from around the world will gather at Lifechanyuan to work for humanity. Many hands make light work, 1,000 streams form a river. Your smile, your words of praise or encouragement, your small acts of kindness, and even minor conveniences offered are all merits. We notice them, remember them, and are grateful. We pray that the greatest Creator blesses you, wishing you health, success, and happiness. All phenomena return to one. The 9 continents sing together. This is the overall trend of our era, accelerating rapidly. We must follow swiftly, first by transforming our consciousness. Old vessels cannot hold new wine. Old awareness cannot adapt to a new era. While 1,000 sails pass the side of a sunken boat, countless trees bloom beside a sick tree. Sitting in a corner crying is useless. Heaven helps those who help themselves. To escape suffering and not be left behind in the new era, we must quickly arm ourselves with the philosophy of Lifechanyuan and join the new wave of this era. The burden of the greatest Creator is light. It only requires you to raise awareness, shift perspectives, perfect your consciousness, be happy and grateful, and give a little selfless love. Just participate and enjoy. No responsibility or obligation is demanded. You do not need to form factions against governments. You only need to go with the flow, adapt to circumstances, act naturally, and respond appropriately. When neighbors cry, we cannot enjoy life peacefully. When brothers and sisters suffer, we cannot sleep soundly. When friends face misfortune, we cannot ignore it. Only when all people in the world are happy and joyful can we truly enjoy happiness. Gods, Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, and angels weep. The poor and kind-hearted weep. Let us enjoy a little less, give a little more, so that the Lifechanyuan era may arrive on earth sooner, letting nature sing, humans rejoice, and all harmony flourish. The End of Nations, on the Lifechanyuan Era 2. Hundan Grass, September 20th, 2006. The existence of nations is humanity's disaster. As long as nations exist, humanity cannot have peace. The earth belongs to all humans. It is not the land of any single nation, nor of any single ethnicity. Earth's affairs are the affairs of all humanity. There should be a single global government to manage these affairs, not scattered regional powers acting at will. Nations waste vast human and material resources and threaten the balance of nature and human survival. They hinder the timely spread and exchange of civilization and suppress the development of humanity's most precious resource, intelligence. If there were only one global government, the elimination of military spending alone would bring huge benefits to humanity. Moreover, the disappearance of massive government administrative costs and the end of conflicts and wars between countries would further benefit humanity. To illustrate the consequences of nation-states, consider the military expenditures of countries in 2005. Corrections welcome if data is inaccurate. 2005 military expenditure by country. Source: United States CDI, Center for Defense Intelligence. United States $399.1 billion. Russia $65.0 billion. China $47.0 billion. Japan $42.6 billion. United Kingdom $38.4 billion. France $29.5 billion. Germany $24.9 billion. Saudi Arabia $21.3 billion. Italy $19.4 billion. India $15.6 billion. South Korea $14.1 billion. Brazil $10.5 billion. Israel $9.4 billion. Spain $8.4 billion. Australia $7.6 billion. Canada $7.6 billion. Taiwan $7.0 billion. Netherlands $6.6 billion. Turkey $5.8 billion. Singapore $4.8 billion. Sweden $4.5 billion. Iran $4.1 billion. Kuwait $3.9 billion. Norway $3.8 billion. Greece $3.5 billion. Poland $3.5 billion. Argentina $3.3 billion. United Arab Emirates $3.1 billion. Egypt $3.0 billion. Belgium $2.7 billion. Pakistan $2.6 billion. Denmark $2.4 billion. Vietnam $2.4 billion. Colombia $1.7 billion. Czech Republic $1.6 billion. Iraq $1.4 billion. North Korea $1.4 billion. Philippines $1.4 billion. Portugal $1.3 billion. Libya $1.2 billion. Hungary $1.1 billion. Syria $1.0 billion. Cuba $0.8 billion. Sudan $0.6 billion. Yugoslavia $0.7 billion. Luxembourg $0.2 billion. This list shows only the military spending of the top 46 countries in 2005. The total for just 1 year is $828.6 billion. Spread across 6.5 billion people, that is $128 per person. If divided among China's 1.3 billion population, it's $637 per person, roughly 5,000 renminbi. In other words, every Chinese citizen, including infants and the mentally challenged, would have to contribute 5,000 renminbi just to cover global military spending for 1 year. That is more than half of China's per capita income, or all of India's per capita income. World Bank, July 2005. China $1,290, India $620. What is military spending for? Simply put, it is for killing. Is humanity rational? No, it is not. Can humanity enter an era of peace and happiness while nations exist? Certainly not. The Lifechanyuan era will be as follows. 1. Global government, with policies applying to all humans. National constitutions and laws are null. Only police exist. All weapons intended to harm life are destroyed. No borders. Redundant institutions like immigration offices, embassies, and customs are removed. People can travel freely anywhere. Resources are shared. Government handles only administrative affairs, not ideology. Ideology is managed by Lifechanyuan, which does not interfere with administration. Education and healthcare are free. Limited private property is protected. Elderly care and funerals are arranged by society. Citizens are guaranteed a minimum standard of living. Is this fantasy? No. After reading all the content, you will understand. The End of Religion, on the Lifechanyuan Era 3. Handan Grass, September 24, 2006. Religion is a study of the relationship between humans and nature, and also a study of life itself. It helps people build correct views of the world, life, existence, and values. Religion serves as a bridge guiding humanity from the material world to the anti-material world, and establishing faith is an effective way to unlock the power of the human mind. The essence of religion is to bring inner peace to humans and peace to the world, helping life move from this shore to the other. All religions start from a place of goodness, but due to human limitations and differences in understanding, countless contradictory doctrines have emerged, giving rise to innumerable sects and factions. The proliferation of these factions not only undermines world peace but also becomes a major source of global instability. If religion does not disappear, humanity will never achieve peace and tranquility. The emergence of religious factions is natural. Everything is born, grows, flourishes, and eventually declines and dies. Religion is no exception. Historically, religion has played a great role in preserving civilization. But as human understanding of natural laws deepens, it becomes clear that religion increasingly restricts human thinking. Without breaking free from religious superstition, humanity cannot advance to a higher stage of civilization or enter a truly new era. Current religions have 8 major flaws. Ignorance of life. Unclear path to heaven. What is life? Where is heaven? How to reach it? Existing religions are unclear. Instilling fear. Imprisoning human thought. Apocalyptic doctrines endlessly scare people, without clear timing or rescue paths, while restricting free exploration. People give up enjoying this life and fail to explore the essence of life. Self-centered, authoritarian by nature. Every sect believes it is the only correct one. Others are heretics. They seek control over humanity, are narrow-minded, and resist learning from other sects. Suppressing human nature, shackling the mind. Most rules and doctrines restrict human nature and limit mental freedom, binding thought. Contradicting the way of the greatest creator. The true meaning and value of life are not clearly taught by any religion. Suppressing new forces, harming human talent. For example, Christianity labeled Jehovah's Witnesses as heretics. Bruno was burned at the stake. Creating conflict, provoking wars. Religions protect themselves at all costs, causing conflict and war. Wasting resources, promoting superstition. Building temples, churches, idol worship, incense, sacrifices, and fanatical activities disrupt rational thinking and natural peace, leading humanity into superstition. Religion has brought immeasurable good but also immeasurable harm. It has become a stumbling block for human civilization. Humanity should unite, but religions resist. Would Christianity abandon its doctrines to fully accept Islam? Would Islam fully adopt Hinduism? Would Hinduism accept Buddhism? Would Buddhism accept Christianity? None will, so the world cannot unite or achieve lasting peace. The only solution is unity. All paths converge, all religions return to one, following the way of the greatest creator. In the Lifechanyuan era, founders like Jesus, Buddha, Muhammad, and Laozi, as well as those whose teachings led to sects, are respected. But no teaching is the only correct theory. People no longer worship leaders fanatically. No sects exist. Humanity respects the greatest creator, life, and nature, following the way of the greatest creator. Idol worship and temple rituals disappear, and people enjoy maximum freedom of thought, mind, and life. As science advances and minds are liberated, worldviews and values continue to change. Previously, religious believers were seen as faithful, idealistic, elegant, disciplined, civilized, and noble. Now we recognize that religious followers can be stubborn, obsessed, irrational, intolerant, excitable, and simple-minded. Obey their doctrines, and they are pleasant. Challenge them, and they become unreasonable and frightening. In the future Lifechanyuan era, any religion wishing to survive must first reject Lifechanyuan principles. If it cannot, it must abandon its faith, or stubbornly hold on to it, in which case others will only feel pity, sadness, or amusement. The end of political parties, on the Lifechanyuan era 4. Hundan Grass, September 24, 2006. Political parties are interest groups formed by certain classes or social strata in human society to protect their own interests. They are political organizations that seek to gain state power in order to maximize benefits for their own group. The number of political parties worldwide is countless. Some commonly seen on TV or online include, in the US, the Democratic and Republican parties; in Japan, the Liberal Democratic Party, Komeito, Freedom Party, Communist Party, Social Democratic Party, Conservative Party; in India, the Bharatiya Janata Party, Congress Party, Communist Party of India, Telugu Desam Party, Indian National Congress; in China, the Communist Party, Kuomintang, Democratic Progressive Party, Taiwan Solidarity Union, People First Party, New Party; Chinese Peasants and Workers Democratic Party, Taiwan Democratic Self-Government League, Joseon Society, Qigong Party, Minmang, etc. In France, the Union for a Popular Movement, Democratic Movement, French Democratic Alliance, Liberal Democratic Party, Socialist Party, Communist Party, Green Party, National Front. In Germany, the Social Democratic Party, Alliance 90/Greens, Christian Democratic Union, Christian Social Union, Liberal Democratic Party, Social Democratic Party, Communist Party, Republican Party. In the UK, the Labour Party, Conservative Party, Liberal Democrats, and so on. Less known parties are almost impossible to count. In Taiwan alone, there are over 100 parties. Globally, the number is uncountable. No matter the party or how brilliantly it presents itself, its essence is not the welfare of all people. It serves only the interests of its own class or group. Concepts like democracy, freedom, rule of law, and human rights are often just slogans used to maximize self-benefit, a deceptive facade. This has always been the nature of political parties, historically, now, and in the future. The global clamor of political parties can be described in one phrase: chaotic demons dancing. The birth of political parties had historical necessity, but their disappearance is also historically inevitable. As long as political parties exist, human society will be full of disputes and unrest, and countries can never enjoy lasting peace. Only when all parties withdraw from history can humanity enter an era of harmony, peace, happiness, health, and stability. In the Lifechanyuan era, there will be no political parties. Only Lifechanyuan and the global government exist. Lifechanyuan is neither a political party nor a religious organization. All humans are Chanyuan celestials. Lifechanyuan focuses on spiritual and mental development and does not interfere with government actions. Human production and daily life are coordinated by the global government, which is responsible only for material construction. The wise leave no one behind. The world is one family. Talented individuals can enter government management at any time. Everyone contributes their abilities, and resources are fully utilized. No party or religious organization can dominate government functions or exclude capable people from decision-making. In the future Lifechanyuan era, there will be no minority organizations or interest groups of any kind. People will be friendly and loving, without factions. A perfectly normal person, once joining a political party, religious group, or similar organization, will inevitably have a distorted and perverted mindset. Such people become ruthless and irrational. When these individuals form organizations, society suffers. How can humanity live well under such conditions? From now on, Lifechanyuan encourages people not to join any religious, political, or other organizations, preparing their consciousness for the coming Lifechanyuan era. The gradual end of the family, on the Lifechanyuan era v. Hanun Grass, October 2, 2006. Preface. The perfection of a thing depends on its structural features. The beauty of a person is determined by the structure of their life. If the structure is flawed, the thing will show pathology, and the person will appear unattractive. To know if a person is ill, one only needs to test a single cell. Similarly, the family is the cell of human society. If human society is not ideal, should we consider whether this cellular structure, the family, carries a congenital virus? Divorce rates continue to rise. According to a report from the Chinese Academy of Social Sciences, in 2002 Beijing had 76,136 marriages and 38,756 divorces, a rate of 50.9%. In recent years, the U.S. divorce rate has consistently exceeded 50%. Western Europe averages around 40%, South Korea, Japan, Hong Kong, and Taiwan also around 40%, Thailand at 60%. In India's Silicon Valley, Bangalore, female software engineer Dutta reported that among her 18 classmates, 3 years after graduation, 5 were unmarried and of the other 13, 8 had divorced. We often get together and feel that life is good alone. What is wrong with families? When a person suffers long-term illness, is born disabled, or dies prematurely, the entire family, especially parents, children, and spouses, suffers lifelong pain. Obligations such as supporting elderly parents or funeral arrangements burden many. Children's education, work, and family responsibilities create stress for parents. Marriage certificates feel like contracts of enslavement. Once married, individuals surrender independence and freedom, closing all other doors. Spouses may have quirks, mental or physical deficiencies, or unpleasant personalities, which must be endured. Men fear infidelity. Women fear fickleness. Married life becomes a state of constant anxiety. People wish their spouse only to be a flashlight illuminating their life. Historically, dynastic power struggles were largely rooted in family rule. One person's success or crime affected the entire clan. Government officials often leveraged family influence to gain benefits. Corruption was motivated largely by family considerations, to honor ancestors and build a legacy for descendants. Without families, these social ills disappear naturally. Lifechanyuan era. In the Lifechanyuan era, families will gradually disappear. Marriage ceremonies will vanish, marriage certificates will become historical relics, and titles such as husband and wife will become symbols of ignorance, preserved in history museums. Mutual love between partners will be freely chosen. Everyone will have work, and personal wealth will have an upper limit. Excess wealth automatically belongs to all humanity. Natural resources, including land, will be collectively owned. Private ownership of land and property will cease. Governments, political parties, and religious organizations will disappear. Global affairs will be managed by a global government. People will move freely worldwide. Every 3 years, work and living environments rotate, giving each person around 20 opportunities in a lifetime to live and work in different places: Beijing, Tokyo, New York, Vancouver, London, Berlin, Johannesburg, and more, allowing everyone to experience the beauty of the earth. Housing and work assignments will be arranged by the global government, eliminating the hassles of relocation. Elder care and funeral arrangements are socially managed. Children's upbringing and education are socially managed. Those unable to work are cared for by society. The concept of father will disappear. Children are taken by specialized institutions after weaning and do not live with their mother. Surnames are abolished. Everyone is named XX Grass. The gradual end of the family. Divorce rates will continue rising. People will increasingly enjoy single life. Marriage, once considered a joyful event, will be recognized as a personal tragedy. Attitudes will shift. Even couples who remain together will gradually see each other as friends and partners rather than possessions. Families are a major source of human suffering. Until the family structure dissolves, humanity cannot enter a new era of freedom and happiness. The Lifechanyuan era will surely arrive. The disappearance of doctors and hospitals. On the Lifechanyuan era 6. Hanungras, October 5, 2006. Preface. Humanity will eventually understand that most physical illnesses are reflections of spiritual and mental deficiencies. Back pain, leg aches, joint pain, and bloating are often caused by poor habits in diet and lifestyle. Major misfortunes usually originate from one's own negative consciousness. In the plant and animal kingdoms, there are no doctors or hospitals, yet they live healthy and freely, naturally in accordance with the Tao. In my homeland, the 1,000-year world, there are no doctors or hospitals. People live 1,000 years without illness and die naturally. In my travels through the 10,000-year world and the Elysium world and its celestial island continent, there is no concept of doctors or hospitals. Immortals live tens of thousands to billions of years without ever knowing disease. Only the human world is chaotic, full of sickness and suffering. The unnatural is that the undeserving live while the deserving die. Careful observation shows that people who frequently fall ill usually have mental or spiritual disorders. Health follows the principle. Unblocked, no pain; blocked, pain occurs. Physical ailments often originate in consciousness, or in poor diet and lifestyle habits, or in accidents, twisted backs, sprained ankles, injuries, snake bites, car accidents, etc. Healthy people generally have bright, kind, and open hearts, are cheerful, modest, grateful, content, and live naturally. Ultimately, physical health is directly linked to the life's anti-material structure. An interesting phenomenon: the easier it is to see a doctor or visit a hospital, the more likely one is to fall ill. The more one reads health magazines or monitors drugs, the more prone to sickness. This is called ghosts entering the mind. As the Lifechanyuan text wisdom section states in the article, chasing the sun, escaping the darkness. The opposite meaning is chasing illness, rarely gaining health. If a person's mind is full of concepts of disease, how can health be attained? Human medicine has developed rapidly and provides some benefits. Given the current state of humanity, doctors, hospitals, and medicine are needed to relieve suffering. Lifechanyuan does not oppose this and supports the growth of capable doctors, hospitals, and medicines. The problem is, as the Tao rises 1 foot, evil rises 10. Despite medical advances, diseases multiply. The sick population increases, and treatment costs soar. Some spend all their savings on care, die in hospitals, and leave behind suffering for the living. By age 60, one should no longer pursue treatment. A 60-year life cycle, eat what should be eaten, drink what should be drunk, walk the path, play in the mud, has been completed. If healthy, continue forward. If weak, life and death are destined, and one moves to the next cycle. When one's existence no longer benefits family, others, or society and becomes a burden, it is best to be graceful, courageous, and generous. In the Lifechanyuan era, there are no doctors or hospitals. Those who enter it understand the root causes of disease, self-regulate, and remain healthy and energetic. Everyone becomes their own doctor, treating themselves. Lifechanyuan itself is the ultimate hospital, treating illness at its root, not merely addressing symptoms. The highest wisdom is formless, conquering without battle, healing without intervention. Before the root is treated, I have created a set of exercises. Just half an hour a day can cure hundreds of diseases and prevent thousands more. Those who faithfully follow Lifechanyuan principles rarely fall ill. In the Lifechanyuan era, no one will be sick. With nations, religions, political parties, and families gone, everyone has work and food, and lives freely. Why get sick? Playing in the mud is better than being ill. Remember, those who reach heaven have no disease in life. The sick cannot enter heaven. The Lifechanyuan era is a copy of the 1,000-year world on earth. Those with illness cannot enter it. There will be no doctors or hospitals in the Lifechanyuan era. Prepare in advance and become your own doctor. Establishing a global government on the Lifechanyuan era 7. Hundan Grass, November 5, 2006. Everything has a center, from atoms to molecular assemblies, from the solar system to the universe. All things are systems, from the human body to Earth's natural ecology, to the solar system and the galaxy. Things without a center are chaotic, conflicting, contradictory, temporary, and short-lived. Things without a system are disordered, cancel each other out, full of suffering and sorrow, defective, and hard to endure. A person whose limbs and mouth are not coordinated by the brain achieves nothing. A patient is sick because their system is out of balance, organs are uncoordinated. A healthy person is healthy because every part of the body works together in harmony. The same applies from an individual, to a family, to a company or community, to a nation. Undoubtedly, for humanity to live in peace, harmony, and happiness, there must be a center, a system. This means establishing a global government. Currently, humans are disordered. Nations act independently like uncontrolled limbs. The result is conflict and contradiction, vicious competition between regions, destruction of natural resources, massive waste of human and material resources, multiple crises, and universal unhappiness. Human survival depends on the rapid establishment of a global government. Humanity must enter the Lifechanyuan era, with a global government coordinating production and activities. This is an objective necessity, independent of any individual, organization, or nation's will. The main functions of a global government are: formulate unified production and living laws for humanity and supervise their implementation. Standardize currency globally. Eliminate borders and disband all armies. Assign administrative personnel worldwide, e.g., Blair as Commissioner for North America, Bush for the Arab region, Aid for Southern Africa, Becky for Australia, etc. Establish a global intelligence database, coordinate scientists and experts, unify personnel information, manage global resource development, maintain public order with a global police force, and coordinate university faculty worldwide. Ensure everyone has work, food, clothing, and housing. Gradually reduce regional and ethnic disparities, moving toward common prosperity. Implement Lifechanyuan principles. Does this idea seem unrealistic or like a daydream? Not at all. Limbs and mouths follow the brain. Consciousness determines reality. Whatever humans envision, they can achieve. Who would think this way? Those who respect the greatest creator, life, and nature. Those who love peace, have compassion, are physically and mentally healthy, seek freedom and happiness, and strive for the highest realms of life and existence. In the past, people thought a group without families, political parties, religions, or nations could not exist. It seemed impossible. But such a group already exists, Lifechanyuan. Lifechanyuan is the microcosm of future humanity, the seed of the future human society. As more wise and virtuous people join, the ideal era arrives, and the global government is established. As heaven attains unity, it is clear. As earth attains unity, it is calm. As spirits attain unity, they are sacred. As valleys attain unity, they are full. As all things attain unity, they live. As rulers attain unity, they govern the world righteously. This unity is the greatest creator. All things carry yin and embrace yang. Yin is Lifechanyuan, yang is the global government. With the greatest creator, Lifechanyuan, and a global government, humanity can and will enter the ideal society. In the Lifechanyuan era, humans weather storms together. The world is one big family. Joy and happiness are constant. Peace and harmony prevail everywhere. New humans, new life, on the Lifechanyuan era 8. Hunnungras, December 21, 2006. Renewal is a historical necessity. Humanity will inevitably move toward a higher state of civilization. The old, decayed elements of history serve as fertile soil, sufficient to nurture a more magnificent era, the Lifechanyuan era. The pursuit of a large-scale communist era has been humanity's long-cherished wish. People have already experimented extensively with various utopian communities. These trials were not failures. They accumulated valuable experience leading to success. Just as Edison failed many times before inventing the electric light to illuminate the world, repeated utopian failures ultimately gave birth to Lifechanyuan, ushering humanity into a new Eden. The cultivation of new humans begins with the Lifechanyuan website, and the new life of humanity will start from the utopian community established by Lifechanyuan. New humans emerge from the old humans. Though their appearance remains, their essence is completely transformed and imbued with entirely new meaning. New humans possess 8 distinctive characteristics. Follow the way of the greatest creator. They revere the one, formless, neutral, impartial, benevolent, superpowered, and wise creator, not any other deity. Strive simultaneously for the highest realms of life and existence. Reject the consciousness and concepts of nations, religions, political parties, and families. Center their lives on love as the core value and purpose. Respect life, revere nature, and coexist harmoniously with all things. Uphold truth, goodness, beauty, love, sincerity, diligence, trust, and harmony as their guiding principles, rather than constitutions, laws, or religious rules. Pursue constant joy, happiness, health, well-being, and spiritual fulfillment rather than money, power, status, beauty, personal honor, idolization, ownership, or heroism. Aspire to live in the 1,000-year world, 10,000-year world, and the Elysian world and its celestial island continent. Whether people accept it or not, humanity is advancing toward the Lifechanyuan era. The springtime of humanity is inevitable. Those who willingly transform themselves into new humans will enjoy the new life of this era. Those who cling stubbornly to the old ways will be swept away by the tide of the new age. Your consciousness determines your life. This is the truth. As Osho said, "My work is only to make you aware that the new human has arrived, and to help you recognize and respect them." The new human is not from another planet. The new human is you in a fresh state, your calm mind, your deep meditation, your beautiful space of love, your joyous singing, your ecstatic dancing, your love for the earth. No religion teaches you to love this earth, yet the earth is your mother, the trees are your brothers, and the stars are your friends. Seeing the old humans march toward the grave makes it easier to let go of them and their ways, their churches, temples, gods, and sacred texts. Your sacred text is your life, and no one else can write it. You must write it yourself. You come with a blank book at birth, and it is up to you to create the life you imagine and dream, beautiful, radiant, and loving. The dreams and professions of new humans will align, rooted in this earth, bearing flowers and fruits. These dreams will not merely exist, they will make the world itself a dream. Humanity now faces unprecedented responsibility, to abandon the entire past, to erase it from your existence. The new life of the Lifechanyuan era is rich and varied, summarized in 8 main features. 1. Global government coordinates all human production and activities. No nations, religious groups, political parties, or family-style living. Elderly and children cared for by society. Education and healthcare fully free. Disabled persons supported by the entire community. No private or public property. Ownership is abolished. Humans are not confined to one region but are periodically relocated to appreciate the Earth's diverse landscapes. No unemployment or parasitism. Everyone has a home, clothing, work, and joy. Abundant cultural and recreational activities, including music, dance, excursions, and play. All members are Chanyuan celestials. Surnames are eliminated, ultimately unifying all religions and ethnicities. The life